Ian Begley gives his thoughts on a particular player that the New York Knicks might be interested in the buyout market. All that and much more on the Knicks Digest. What's up, guys? It's your boy Dariel from Knicks Digest, and I want to get right into today's video. So yesterday, Ian Begley was going on SNY TV, wrapping up the game with the Knicks and the Nets, where the Knicks won. And in that wrap-up, Ian Begley says, Kyle Lowry, potential buyout candidate. We know Tom Thibodeau is a big Kyle Lowry fan. Knicks will have their biannual exception. They could outbid some teams if you get to the buyout market and you're looking at Lowry or other players. Seeing the Knicks play game after game, and especially after they traded RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly to the Toronto Raptors for OG Anunoby, the one glaring hole that the Knicks have is the backup point guard. Also a backup big because Mitchell Robinson is out, but the backup point guard might be more important in order for the Knicks to go deep in the playoffs. Now, Kyle Lowry just got traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Terry Rozier, but when he was with the Miami Heat, as you can see here, he was averaging 8.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 42% from the field, and converting 38.5% from three-point. What Kyle Lowry is able to bring to a team is 100% veteran leadership, but at this point in Kyle Lowry's career, I'm not sure he's the type of player that the Knicks are looking for. We are looking for someone to help Jalen Brunson take a breather during those minutes when he needs to sit on a bench. But the player that we pick up, the player that we trade for, or that we look for in the buyout market, we also need that person to be able to create his own shot, be a big shot taker, be a big shot maker. And Kyle Lowry does fit that criteria, but he is a bit older, and at this point of his career, I'm not sure exactly he's the player that we want to get. Now, there's been a lot of other players in the Knicks trade rumor mill: Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, Malcolm Brogdon, and Kyle Lowry definitely has a lot more years under his belt than those players. But honestly, in my opinion, I would rather go for Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, or Malcolm Brogdon. Even Malcolm Brogdon is injury prone, and I'd still actually want to go after him rather than Kyle Lowry. Now, starting from his second to last season when he was with Toronto, his minutes started to go down. So in the 2019-2020 season with the Toronto Raptors, he played 36 minutes per game. The following season with the Toronto Raptors, it was 34 minutes. And then he went to the Miami Heat. He went from 34 minutes to 33 minutes to 31 minutes. And this season, he is currently averaging 28 minutes. Now, the only reason why I can think that his minutes are dwindling down is because his body is just older. It's just breaking down by now. Kyle Lowry, I believe, was in the 2006 NBA draft. So he's been in the league for a while. He's been in the playoffs. He has a championship with the Toronto Raptors, so he's had deep playoff runs. So, and obviously not every player is LeBron James. So Kyle Lowry at this point, I'm not sure what he's able to offer a team besides that veteran leadership. Now, him having a ring, being on the bench for any particular team is going to be a huge plus and a bonus in order to tell the other younger players how to prepare for games, how to actually carry yourself like a professional basketball player. But as far as production on the actual court, there are a lot of other players that hopefully the Knicks are actually targeting rather than Kyle Lowry. Now, as far as what Kyle Lowry has going for him is actually Coach Tibbs being the coach of the New York Knicks. If you take a look at Kyle Lowry's career, you can tell that he's the perfect and quintessential Coach Tibbs type of player. Hustle, gritty, all heart. He's never going to back down to nobody. And that might be what Coach Tibbs is looking for in a backup point guard to help out Jalen Brunson. But again, Leon Rose is going to be the one making the calls, making the shots, and we never know exactly where Leon Rose's mind is. Reports have been out about Malcolm Brogdon, Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, like I said. And there's been other players that aren't point guards. We're looking at Kelly Olynyk, Andrew Gafford. And next thing you know, Leon Rose could be trading for somebody that's not even one of those players that I mentioned. Now, after the RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly trade, it seemed like the Knicks organization was relying on Duce McBride to show them what he was going to be able to provide for the Knicks. He did a good job for the time being, but now with all these trade rumors, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Malcolm Brogdon, and last night against the Brooklyn Nets, Duce McBride, it seems like his minutes are dwindling down. Last night he played 12 minutes, ending with 8 points, converting 3 of 5 from the field goal, 2 of 3 from three-point, ending with 1 rebound and 2 assists. So it seems like the Knicks are kind of dwindling down his minutes, and they're really, really going to try and be aggressive at the trade deadline. Malachi Flynn, who is the third string point guard right now, it seems like he's not even part of the rotation. Last night he got a DNP. He didn't even play against the Brooklyn Nets last night. So Chris and I in the past, we have talked about this, and the backup point guard is one of the biggest problems and one of the biggest question marks that the Knicks have right now. And it looks like they're going to solely focus in on that to provide help for Jalen Brunson. Now, before I wrap up the video, guys, I do want to give my take about last night's game, the Knicks versus the Brooklyn Nets. First and foremost, Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, aka R&B, which is such a dope nickname. I feel like their chemistry is only getting better and better. This is the second season that they've playing together, and of course, they probably done numerous off-season workouts together to help with the chemistry and to help with the camaraderie. But Jalen Brunson last night ending with 30 points, converting 11 of 22 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, converting 6 of his 7 free throws, and ending with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And then Julius Randle, again, with another 30 piece. You got 30 points, 10 of 19 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point, 8 of 8 from free throws, grabbing 9 rebounds and 7 assists. And Julius Randle last night in his post-game interview, he was talking about how him and Jalen Brunson are definitely going to get the headlines because they're the ones scoring a lot of the points. But Julius Randle made it a point to give love to the others, as Shaq would like to say. But I like to call them the intangible players. He made sure to give love to Josh Hart, to OG Anunoby, to Precious Achiuwa, because there were numerous instances last night's game where the hustle plays ended up being the game changer in last night's game. And when you have one of if not the star player on the team giving love to the intangible players, that's only going to build more team chemistry, more team camaraderie, and it's going to make the other players, the intangible players, play harder for their stars. Their stars know that they have all the confidence in them in the world, so of course they're going to want to play great for them. And also, as far as Mikal Bridges' post-game interview last night, he was talking about how he was disappointed in the crowd, hearing that there were more Knicks fans in the Barclays Arena than Brooklyn Nets fans. I don't know what he was expecting. I mean, New York itself, the state, is a Knick town. It's kind of like the Lakers and Clippers kind of thing. The Brooklyn Nets have been around for what, barely, not even 20 years. And they have no championships. The Knicks have 2, even though that's embarrassing. We should have way more than 2. But as far as the Brooklyn Nets being able to take over New York, that's never happening. I mean, for God's sake, they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden, and it was still a Knick town. The Kevin Durant was one toenail away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and still all the news was about the New York Knicks and what are they going to do in order to compete with the Brooklyn Nets or even just get back on the same level. So it's just funny to me how the players in Brooklyn Nets, they're expecting their fans to come out, but I feel like they have a realistic expectation, but they have to put on a front. But that's it for today's video, guys. I want to say thank you for checking out this video. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the Kyle Lowry buyout rumor, and also leave it in the comments and let us know what you guys thought about the Knicks W last night against the Brooklyn Nets. But until next time, guys, I'll check you out in the next video. Peace.